NFL でも攻守の二刀流を目指しているコロラド大のトラビス・ハンター選手。そのハンター選手が会見で大谷は素晴らしい選手だがフットボールは多くのことをしなければならないと発言し、野球の二刀流を軽視した発言だと波紋を呼んでいます。ドジャースネーションでもそれを取り上げ D マックことダグ・マケイン氏がこの発言に苦言を呈していました。またドジャースの SNS でベスティは誰という質問に大谷選手と山本投手が答えている動画が公開され、番組でもそれを取り上げてコメントしていました。
And our DFA of the day goes to the Heisman Trophy winning two-way player from Colorado, Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter said, quote, Ohtani, he is a great player, but you got to do a lot in football. So Travis Hunter is trying to say that what he's doing is in any way, shape, or form close to being as difficult as what Ohtani's doing. This has got to be one of the most ridiculous statements I've ever heard from any athlete in the last 10 years. Travis Hunter, one, isn't doing it against professional players. He's doing it against college players. Two, you can't even make the comparison between Travis Hunter and Shohei Ohtani because you know what Travis Hunter doesn't do? He's not a quarterback. If Travis Hunter was a quarterback and Travis Hunter was a defensive tackle or Travis Hunter was a quarterback and an elite running back, then maybe we would entertain this conversation. But the truth of the matter is there are dozens of NFL cornerbacks that you could put in as a receiver during certain plays. There are dozens of NFL cornerbacks you can have as receivers and receivers you have as cornerbacks. There is one human being in the universe today that pitches at a Cy Young level and hits at an MVP level, and his name is Shohei Ohtani. Never compare Travis Hunter to Shohei Ohtani. It's one of the most asinine takes that I've seen, one of the laziest takes I've seen in sports. And if you don't believe me, ask his mentor, his coach, Deion Sanders. Travis Hunter was just asked, who's his Mount Rushmore in football? And he said 4 guys, Deion Sanders, Deion Sanders, Deion Sanders, and Deion Sanders. And Deion Sanders was asked by Shannon Sharp, what is the hardest sport? And here's what Deion Sanders had to say. Coach, listen to Coach Prime.
Of all the sports that you played, football, basketball, track and field, baseball, what was the hardest?
Baseball.
You told me the hardest thing to do is hit that ball, man.
That ball does some things to you. Any sport that you could fail 7 out of 10 times and become
great, say you're great,
and make $200-300 million in it, that's a hard sport.
What made you want to decide to stick with baseball, even though you had this great football career?
The challenge, man. I love challenges, and I could not master it, and it frustrated me because I hate to lose, and I hate not mastering something that I know if I just had more time, I could.
So Deion says right there, baseball is the hardest sport. It's true. There's nothing more difficult than hitting a high velocity 98, 99, 100 mile per hour fastball. Football, cornerback and wide receiver, they're closer skill sets. Being a pitcher and a hitter, it's like playing 2 different sports, okay? I never want to hear this ever again. It's the most ridiculous comparison. You got people out there that don't even think that Travis Hunter is the number 1 cornerback in this draft. People said there's at least 2 people that see it's Will Johnson, right? No one is ever going to compare Ohtani to Travis. Travis Hunter, do it in the NFL for 1 year and then we'll talk. You're a college player at this point. Haven't proven anything, but I'm going to bring on J-Rob. Love this dude. This guy knows ball with the best of them. A D1 collegiate football player. You see him on the big lead, and he vehemently disagrees with this. But J-Rob, let's hear what you have to say.
Listen, D-Mac, I think you're out of your mind up there, man. Listen, I think skill-wise, it is harder to pitch, and it's probably harder to hit in terms of the level of skill it takes. But the physicality of the game of football, to play 100 snaps a game and be the best receiver and best corner, I mean, the physicality, it's not even close. Shohei doesn't even pitch every game. He goes 4 or 5 games with a break, and some football players to play 100 snaps a game with the physical toll it takes to play the game of football. I mean, even looking at the chat, it is so telling that some of you have never been tackled before in your life and then had to turn around and go on the other side and guard or catch a pass on the team's best corner. The skill level is insane, and I feel like ultimately we are completely underestimating what Travis Hunter's been able to do. Even Dion has not been able to do what Travis Hunter's been able to do on this level. Skill-wise, I can concede that hitting the baseball is hard, hitting a breaking ball and being able to go out there and hit 50 and then go out there and throw strikeouts and stuff. That's very difficult from a skill-wise, but the physicality, I mean, come on, it's not close. In chat, some of y'all got to get on that gridiron before
Okay, let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question, J-Rock. You know there's a lot of athletes, right?
I'm a clown.
Wide receivers and cornerbacks. How many, honestly answer this question.
Yeah.
How many wide receivers do you think that you could actually maybe make a position change and play cornerback for maybe like 10 snaps in a game?
I think it sounds easy, but corner is by far the hardest position to play on defense.
It takes the hips. Okay, let's flip it then. How many cornerbacks do you think could go in there and catch a touchdown pass at the NFL level? It's got to be what, 20?
I mean, 20, I don't know. I don't think it's 20 guys because
is there
it's
10?
hard. I'd say there's 5 guys in the NFL.
Okay, if there's 5, there's literally one human being among 7 billion on this planet that can pitch and throw 100 miles per hour with a devastating sweeper and a slider and hit 50 plus home runs. And look, I hate this because I love Travis Hunter and now he's like a villain to me. Okay, and the walk-off here on the walk-off, we are going to run this clip of this really adorable clip. We're going to stay on the theme of Shohei Ohtani talking about his bestie on the team. That's coming up next here on The Walk-Off.
The Walk-Off.
So here is a really cool social media clip that the Dodgers did asking Shohei and Yamamoto who their bestie on the team was. And let me know, who do you think every player's bestie is? Let me know.
Who is your baseball bestie? Who's your baseball bestie?
Best scene, best friend. Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu? I don't know. Maybe Roki too?
That was adorable. That was cute. Shohei saying Yoshi, and then he throws in Roki there. Kind of made me thinking, who are the other players' besties on the team? I'd say Kershaw's bestie has to be Antonio.
Austin Barnes.
I'd say Mookie's bestie, Noel. I mean, maybe it's Muncie now. I mean, they went to spring training early. They hang out a lot. They talk a lot. I would say Mookie's got to be, it's got to be Muncie or Freddie.
Muncie, I was going to say Freddie.
Yeah.
For sure, but I can see Muncie as well.
I think the Teoscar's probably Kike.
Yeah, the Hernandez
brothers. Hernandez brothers.
But also, I think the sleeper is Shohei and Teoscar.
I was going to say that one, Fanaticos. Yeah, that was the big one. Yep. Everyone loves Teo.
Yep.
Who are some other besties? I think
Tanner Scott and Evan Phillips.
Tanner Scott and Evan Phillips are some big besties. That's a good one right there. I think you got probably the Rays guys with Tyler Glasnow and Blake Snell. Yep. You've got me and Landon Knack probably. I mean,
even Dalton Rushing.
Dalton Rushing. No, but who are some other besties we got?
I know that Banda.
Who's Will Smith's bestie?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It was Gavin Lux.
Yeah, they were
really close. Maybe a pitcher?
Yeah, a pitcher that he has really good chemistry with. Maybe
all the pitchers love the catchers.
Probably Evan Phillips or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evan Phillips.
Dustin May and Tony Gonsolin. I know they're besties.
And then Banda and them, they have a house out in Arizona.
Yeah.
And they were all it was him.
That's right.
Dustin May and a couple other
guys.
That's
right. Kyle Hurt, Emmett Sheehan, Ben Kasperius. A lot of those guys are besties. Dave Roberts and who's Dave Roberts' bestie? I guess Bob Guerin.
Bob Guerin, yeah.
Bob Guerin, Andrew Friedman, Brandon Gomes. So yeah, those are our besties right there. But yeah.
スキルとフィジカルの違いなどがあり比べるのはなかなか難しいですよね。ただ大谷選手のような選手は地球上で1人しかいないという発言の通りあのレベルで二刀流をこなす選手はなかなか出てこないでしょう。野球が最も難しいと MLB と NFL を兼業した二刀流選手のディオン・サンダース氏の言葉には重みがありますね。ベスティは誰という質問も他の選手は誰なのか気になります。開幕に向け引き続き怪我なく順調な調整を願っています。